I wanted to look at this because I believe that the British fry up breakfast is the best breakfast in the world. But we'll see. We'll see. Let's go. Joshua Wiseman. Which country has the best breakfast in the world? Well, which country?
I'm a believer that breakfast is one of the greatest meals of all time. And that's why today I'm on a mission to find the best breakfast in the world. Viewers from all over the globe submitted their favorite breakfasts from their representative countries, and thousands of votes later, the results are in, and we're left with a top 12 that come together to meet today in one insane battle. The top 4 most popular dishes will have earned a bye, while the remaining 8 will compete for their chance to move on through the tournament. The world's most beloved breakfasts are going to battle, and we will find our
put my bet on the English
matchup.
Ireland
full
versus
English
the
breakfast.
Philippines with long silog. It's garlic fried rice, topped beautifully with a generous amount.
Yeah, Asian cultures, they eat rice for breakfast. In Western, it's bread. Still a starch, but you know, it still feels weird to eat rice for breakfast for me personally. But yeah, no, it's still nice.
Like longanisa, fried egg, our favorite Filipino chef Christian set to serve with sliced tomatoes,
looks so good.
seasoned with fish sauce. And the commenters in our Filipino versus American breakfast called for achara, pickled papaya, and separately
I think that's just
vinegar and soy sauce.
This looks so good. Like, I could see having this for breakfast. This looks amazing. This looks a bit too much now. You know, I'm trying to lose some weight, you know, be less of a big back. But this looks so enticing.
Of all that garlicky fried rice and pork. Next up, Ireland with the full Irish breakfast. You've been asking.
Oh, and there we have it, the big dog, the everything. Oh my god, that is amazing.
For this for a long time. It's very simple.
Oh, look how oily this shit is. Look how oily this shit. This is amazing. Me personally, I don't used to like a black pudding, because black pudding is like blood. But you know, once you actually try it, it's not bad.
Bangers,
you just gotta forget that it's blood.
Baked beans, fried eggs, fried tomato, boxy,
and the baked beans in there,
and mushrooms. And we even
what did he say?
Rashers, baked beans, fried eggs, fried tomato, boxty, and mushrooms.
I guess that's a potato waffle.
And
I'm a mushroom guy, but in a fry up, I'll eat a mushroom.
We even got soda bread served on the side with marmalade and butter. We ain't f***ing around, brother.
Marmalade and butter with raisin bread. I'm not a raisin bread guy. Give me brown bread or white bread. Seedless if it's around, but I'll have white or black or brown.
Today is David Douglas. He is an Austin legend known for trying all of the greatest restaurants and telling people all about it on Instagram. And of course, Prince Vicwam, director and seasoned channel taste tester.
2 unlikely competitors, the Philippines versus Ireland. Honestly, these are really
This is Irish
contenders.
The father was British. However, man, I apologize to the British people.
I can't even say anything. I want to just keep eating it.
Yeah, I think the Philippines is gonna win.
It's just a great combination.
The Irish one is good. This is oily, but the Philippines is just. Oh.
The rice, unbelievably garlicky, but not overwhelmingly so. It's almost more of a fragrance than it is like some sort of blast in your face. Longanisa is fantastic. It's sweet, it's salty, it's umami. Fried egg only makes a beautiful sauce with crispness. All the accoutrement, it's wonderful.
There's so many different flavors and textures, and they all go so well together. And individually, each.
That's why I couldn't do these type of videos. Because first of all, I'm not a chef. But secondly, I can't give these weird descriptive stuff. I'll just say, it's good, mate. That's it.
Each bite is incredible. No matter which component you taste, there's nothing to not enjoy. It's great.
When Flavortown was founded, this is what they had in mind. They wanted that garlic, they wanted the sausage, they wanted these town members coming together to form a sort of a town. Maybe a town of flavor, you could call it.
Okay, Ireland. I don't even know where to begin with this.
I know where I'm beginning. Soda me bread.
Oh, that's soda bread. Oh.
That's what I'm thinking too.
For me, this one has the variety going for it. It's kind of a playground for you to dip, dive, dunk.
I can't stop eating. I keep eating something, then I go back for something else. It's all great flavors, all combined into one amazing plate that I thought would be a bit too much. I thought there's too many different components, but all of them work really well together. Even the Filipino one, same thing. It's hard.
I'm hard. This is really hard. It's voting time. 1, 2, 3.
I knew it was the Philippines. I'm sorry, Irish fryer, but this looks so much better. It looks better. I think the British one might beat this one. The soda bread, I'm not a fan of soda bread.
Wow. Ireland, I'm really sorry. It's so tasty.
The unanimous vote, it doesn't represent how close these were for me, but I think we all put the slight edge to the Philippines.
Moving on. The Philippines moves on powerfully to the next round to face Mexico. But first we head to our next round one matchup, France versus
The croissant,
Colombia. Colombia with
Arepa.
arepa con huevos. I've never had this
or
one
bread and egg.
before, and I gotta say, these are two things that I love. So I have a feeling this is a strong contender.
See, I don't know. I don't know about these type of scrambled eggs.
Two pan of
I guess, would you call it scrambled eggs? I feel like it's I feel like it's a bit too wet for me. Yeah, I pause. But you know.
and I gotta say, these are two things that I love. So I have a feeling this is a strong contender. Two pan of sauteed tomato and green onion, add eggs, season taste with salt, and stir until soft scrambled. Serve with a hand-formed fried white corn arepa. Crispy on the outside, but tender, chewy, almost voluptuous on the inside. And enjoy. France with the croissant. I mean, we know what this is.
See, look, this is not fair. How can you put the croissant versus that whole fucking concoction with the fucking the Colombian arepas con huevos?
Right? Butter
But
and dough rolled into
the croissant is different pastry. Oh,
layers, and once cut and baked, crispy, airy pastries that make me want to take my socks off and wiggle my little pinkies.
the way he does it is so different.
You can dip them
Like, look how simple that is compared to that. Look how simple that is compared to that. It's,
to a
I don't know.
cappuccino if you want, or eat them by themselves.
No, why would you dip into a cappuccino? No, it could get soggy and it'll drop into the, no, eat it like that.
This is a good croissant.
The butter is buttering.
Nice, crispy, airy, all the qualities of a good croissant, and I think a good breakfast as well.
So crispy.
Part of me does
Croissant.
want to Americanize the croissant and stuff
Croissant.
it with other things.
The French would be appalled. Well, actually, the French are finally evolving a little bit. You know, it took them a while, but they're on their way.
God bless them. Every laugh I get out of Josh, he pays me another 5 nickels. I've got a whole $1 now.
Let's move on to the Colombian dish. I like this. If you are not from Colombia, but you're used to like maybe an egg and or bacon centric breakfast, it feels new. You're so used to maybe like toast or hash browns with your eggs.
I would
This
go
is
for the
a great
croissant.
change of pace. If
You know,
you've
this
never
looks
had
good.
this
I would
before,
go for the
love this. I
croissant
also love that the
myself
eggs are deeply flavorful and they've got some vegetative quality to them. It's nice.
The eggs are great. Everything that's combined into the eggs really elevates it past the very basic scrambled eggs.
The egg and the pepper mixture, it's really working for me in ways that other dishes haven't so far.
It's voting time. 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
Eggs are
I'll
great,
step
but,
back.
you know, it's just eggs.
I'll
When
step
you're
back.
on
I
the
wasn't
streets of
missing.
France,
The
you're
croissant
walking
is
down
different.
and it's like 5 in the morning, you just smell those buttery croissants, that hits like nothing else. That's why it just takes a slight edge.
I have a retort. Just eggs is ignoring the tomatoes, the peppers, the spices, and the soul that went into this delicious Colombian meal. And that's why, frankly, I disagree with you.
I'm in between the two opinions here. The croissant is so unique to France, and there's nothing else like it. So I almost wanted to vote for this, but just personally, I enjoyed this one more. That means Colombia moves on to the next round.
Wow,
next
Colombia wins. Okay.
matchup, Vietnam versus Turkey.
Pho versus
coming with
men.
pho. Vietnam recently did
Ban
very
me.
well in our other video, where we were
Banh
looking
mi
for
is
which
good.
country has the best sandwich. Now look, although pho is popular in the United States, it's much lesser known as a breakfast item. But we're told by a few Vietnamese chef friends that in Vietnam, it's a way of life. Lay thinly sliced raw beef on top of your cooked rice noodles, pour over boiling hot broth to cook the
Pho
beef,
for
garnish with
breakfast.
Thai basil,
Oh, wow.
sliced onion, green onion, a little Thai
This feels
chili,
happy,
cilantro,
no?
braised sliced beef, and finally bean sprouts. Serve
I love
and
bean
enjoy.
sprouts, man.
Turkey coming in with menemen. We followed this recipe exactly from a YouTube channel, Turkish Food Travel. Thank you for that. You start by sauteing peppers in butter and olive oil, followed with chopped tomato. Season with salt.
Is there any
Break that
meat in
down,
this?
Cook it down, roughly
I'm a
crush
meat
using a
guy.
potato masher, then gently stir in some scrambled eggs and very
Ah.
gently cook the eggs so just barely set. You don't want to
Yeah,
overcook.
it's a-
So a
it's
little
a-
cheese on top, optionally. Serve that with bread.
It's an
and
omelet.
that simple.
What should we try first?
This one's giving me a lot more
It's an omelet?
breakfast
It's a
energy for me,
quiche?
so I'm gonna get in here first.
Maybe.
That's insane. It got really cold outside, and this feels like such a nice warming presence. This is a great breakfast to start off the day on any day. I didn't know how the bread was gonna go with it, but that soft texture on top of another soft texture wasn't a problem. It was just a really good taste.
Whatever that light green spicy pepper in there, it's like the perfect amount of heat, and also the flavor is a little bit more subtle than a jalapeno.
You got cooked down concassé tomato, essentially, red bell pepper for a little bit of sweetness, and then you have this green pepper that provides an herbaceousness, a little bit more of a vegetable flavor, but then there's the egg, it's custardy, it's juicy, it's cheesy. I mean, it's kind of like everything that you like about many breakfasts.
I don't know, I'm not really a
in
big
one.
fan
It's
of
funny you bring
quiche.
up needing to warm up
Or
because we
stuff-
have a bowl
stuff
of warm
with egg
pho,
and
which I would
cheese
argue is maybe the
In that
perfect
type of
item
way,
for
it's
the
just
winter.
not really.
This is
It's
light,
more
refreshing.
texture
I
type
can
of
feel
thing.
good about going.
I
along the day if
am
have
already
some
on the
breakfast,
on
but
the
Menemen is a
first
flavor
side.
punch.
I don't know that I would say
I would
this
pick
is
pho
less
for this
flavorful.
Less
round.
spicy.
It's definitely less spicy, but I think pho is all about flavor.
They're both good in their own right. What do you think? David never came here to taste anything. He came here to eat. Time to vote. 1, 2, 3.
But again,
Wow,
I'll step back.
unanimous. I'm not
Alright.
saying that this dish is
I
better
gue- I guess you
I'm
have to
just
taste
saying
it
that
to
this is a
different.
better breakfast dish than this.
I wish I grew up in Vietnam eating pho for breakfast every day and associated that with breakfast, but unfortunately I didn't, and so this eggy, peppery, bready dish just gave more breakfast energy to me. I couldn't help it.
I fully agree.
Turkey moves on to the next round.
On to
Well,
our final
American
round one
breakfast.
matchup, Brazil versus Australia. Two places I love,
Avocado
but who's
toast.
gonna make it to the quarterfinals? Brazil with pau de queijo, aka cheese.
Huh?
I could eat 1,000 of these, I'm not gonna lie. You need an
Ooh.
oiled hand to get your dough balls
This looks
separated,
interesting.
placed onto a baking sheet, baked at 350 Fahrenheit until they come out rich, golden, and beautiful. Serve immediately with strawberry jam and black coffee. Australia with avocado toast. In our recent fast food breakfast video, our friend Andy Cooks said that Australia
This
loves
see
and is
that guy Andy Cooks.
avocado toast. In our recent
He's an ex-con, but he's a really good chef. I think he's turned the stuff around. I like his videos very much.
fast food breakfast video, our friend Andy Cooks said that Australia loves and is known for its breakfast. So Andy's here to describe the
That is different from what the avocado toast I thought it would be. I just thought it would be avocado spread on the toast and that's it. But this shit looks restaurant quality.
Australian avocado toast.
It has to be avocado on toasted sourdough and a poached egg on top. Soft
Sourdough
goat's
and
cheese
egg.
and a nut seed topping called dukkha, seasoned with salt and seasoned with lemon zest, garnished with micro coriander and served with cold smoked salmon
Okay. This avocado toast might win.
on the side. Back to you,
Might
legend.
win. That
Andy,
sounds
we love
good.
you. And by we, I mean me.
It's funny because this is clearly from Brazil. But to me, when I think of avocado toast, I think of California. So let's try one. The pau de queijo.
I thought this was going to be heavier coming into this, but it's really light. It's airy. I feel like I could eat 3 of them, maybe 4, and this jam that goes with it is a great pairing. I'm not a
This
fan of
looks
the
like a
coffee.
scone.
I'm not a fan of any coffee, but that's besides the point. This
Same.
is
I'm not a coffee
Cheese
guy.
bread and coffee in my
Hot
head.
coffee.
I'm like, that's nice.
By far the best part for me is the texture. It's
Cheese
like
bread and
almost like a
jam.
mochi sort of situation where you're like
I'm not a
chewing
fan
it
of
a little
scones
longer
either,
you
but this
think,
is not
you're
scone, I
enjoying
guess.
every moment of it. The jam, the coffee, sweet, not sweet, works just like the boys were saying.
I also like the saltiness that the cheese adds to the bread. A lot of breads to me are oftentimes undersalted. This is perfectly salted.
I'm
It's
gonna
actually
go
one of my favorite
avocado
breads of all
toast.
time. It's gonna be a tough battle. That said, avocado toast.
Looks really good.
I will say, avocado toast is one of my favorite foods on earth. But having it next to the pau de queijo, I don't know.
It's tough. It's light and refreshing as well. It's in a different way. I would not be upset starting my morning with something like that. It's a good texture. It's a good
Am I gonna
flavor.
pick wrong
you know what
again?
avocado toast is. It's exactly what you expect.
That's the challenge for me. It's like there's no novelty factor here. I'm trying to put my brain into objective mode, but it's just saying I've had that before. I haven't had cheesy bread and jam before. That's a new thing. I want to latch on to that.
Now we vote. 1, 2, and
It's
3.
like cheesy bread win. Yeah.
Oh, the odd man out.
Listen, avocado toast is great, and most times I would want it for breakfast. But one of my problems with it is it's kind of just is what it is. You get bored of it really quick. What I liked about the pau de queijo is on its own, it's delicious with jam, but think of all the other things you can do with this. This is such a great base. You know, I don't know if I could say the same thing about this. It's fighting against something that has like how many components on it? This is 1.
The flavors they're not similar, but I'd say they're on like a similar level for me, but the texture of the pau de queijo is just so much higher for me. It's more interesting. It's something I'm gonna be thinking about later today. And you know, after you eat a couple of them, I feel like you're pretty full. I feel like I kind of have to work my way through the avocado toast. Nothing wrong with it. I just prefer the Brazil one a bit more.
Moving.
All right.
Sorry to Australia and our man Andy. But
So,
Brazil
pau de
deservedly takes the
queijo
final
versus
spot in the
England for the
quarterfinal
English
matchups. Our
breakfast.
first matchup of this round is a battle between 2 heavyweights, Mexico
Chilaquiles.
versus the
Long
Philippines.
sequel.
Mexico with
Sequel.
chilaquiles. This is our top vote getter. Today we have my rojo recipe, which features guajillo, ancho, and serrano chilies. The recipe's in the description, along with an even easier variation using a can of chipotles. We sent this recipe to Chef Alejandra at Este, one of the top Mexican restaurants here in Austin, and she gave her stamp of approval. She did mention that she tossed the chips and sauce together in a separate bowl, being careful not to oversaturate the chips to prevent soggy.
It's
Great
it's
tip.
I don't know what
nachos.
to do
Well,
here because if someone were like, Josh, what's your favorite breakfast? It would be one of these 2 things.
You're in a tough position. I, on the other hand, just want to eat food, and I'm gonna worry about the rest later.
That's crazy how good that is.
I would like to be baptized in this salsa.
I went on vacation recently, and for 4 days I was out. I had chilaquiles every single morning for breakfast, unapologetically. It is incredible.
We'll get into this.
I don't know. They're so different.
I feel sorry for us having to make this decision, but I feel sorry for everyone that can't experience what we're eating right now, because this is incredible.
I don't know what the to do.
I'm
here.
still.
I think we gotta stop thinking.
I think I've
Alright, guys,
moved on
1,
from
2,
Long Si Kong
3.
to the chilaquiles. I keep
This is not
picking
an
the
easy
wrong
decision.
fucking
I thought it
one.
would be going into this. I thought it would blow it out of the water, but honestly, like, I couldn't stop eating that garlic fried rice. I couldn't stop eating the longanisa. Even though the chilaquiles, I feel like flavor-wise was a little higher, but this is just such a good
I
balance.
guess flavor changes
For me,
everything.
it came down to one factor only, these right here. I couldn't stop eating these. If this was on that, whole different story. Despite the chilaquiles being very good, couldn't top that for me.
The way I looked at it was, if I was at a restaurant and I saw both of these on the menu, I would pick this over this every time. Chilaquiles is everywhere, but how often do you see a great Filipino breakfast somewhere? So Philippines moves on to the next round.
All right.
Next matchup is the 12th seeded Colombia versus our 4th seeded India.
Masala
India with
dosa.
Masala dosa. Breakfast varies widely depending on where you are in India, but most votes from you went to the masala dosa filled with spiced potato and onion mixture, served with a coconut
It's not
chutney and
it's not my
sambar,
cup
a
of tea.
spiced lentil stew from South India.
I love Indian food, but this right
I
here,
grew up
man.
with this. Masala dosa is such a classic. It has so many
Again,
good
I give me a
flavors and different
biryani.
options you can choose from. While still
An
just being a
Indian
light
biryani
vehicle to
with
eat.
some
It's
tandoori
really
chicken.
balanced.
Oof.
There's a lot of good flavors, but
With
it's not
chicken
too
also.
heavy. You can eat that whole thing for breakfast
I know
and
chicken
feel good
tikka
about
is,
it the rest of the day.
It's fragrant,
a
got a little
UK
crunch,
creation
got a little chew. You have the
based
creaminess
off
of the
of
mashed potato,
Indian
it's a little spicy,
culture,
it's a little
so-
sweet. The accoutrement on the
But I
side,
like
just
that as
an extra
well.
layer of flavor, a little bit of hydration to it, even though it doesn't need it. Not dry.
So
at all.
I'm
It's
not.
really
So
good.
I'd probably
To
still
the
go
dunk,
for
now
the
half of the crunchy isn't so crunchy anymore. It's a lot going on and it all works
the
together.
dish on the
Going up against a
right.
heavy
This
hitter, will
one.
it be enough
I'm
to
not even
overtake
sure.
Colombia?
This is a
This
tough
thing
pick,
just
but it's
doesn't look
fun.
appealing
1,
to me.
2, 3.
That's fine.
Unanimous.
I have no horse
Although
in
the
this
Arabica
race.
huevos are delicious, this is just super unique. There's nothing in the world like this. I could eat this every morning.
I could eat it every morning. I could also.
I guess
eat some
I have to
dinner.
taste
It's
it.
just
That's the
something
thing.
that keeps
But I'm
you
not
entertained the
there.
whole time
I'm
you're
about to
doing it.
taste
I
it.
agree. I've done that, and it's fantastic. You can mix and match what's inside. You can mix and match the accoutrement. It's a great dish.
India moves on to the semifinals against the Philippines. Now to our
Yeah,
next quarterfinal
Philippines.
matchup, USA versus Turkey. USA, the full American breakfast. This needs no explanation. Big fluffy pancakes topped with butter, maple syrup, a plate of bacon, hash browns, and scrambled
The
eggs.
thing
It's a
is-
timeless staple, but is it really going to be able to stack up against
Full
our contenders?
American, I think, doesn't hold a candle to full English. I've been told to go back to India.
Classic. It has so many good flavors and different options you can choose from, while still just being a light vehicle to eat. It's really balanced. There's a lot of good flavors. but
Ah,
it's not
okay. My friend did not have a good reaction. All right. Let's go back to American.
Throw up a plate of bacon, hash browns, and scrambled eggs. It's a timeless staple, but is it really going to be able to stack up against our contenders today?
I love seeing these two dishes in front of each other because they're so incredibly different.
What's the issue with the American food?
It's just for the calories.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well.
Yeah, us Englishmen with a English breakfast is like,
Yeah, that shit a lot of calories
It's
as well.
not-
But
yeah.
I think maple syrup, butter, and like 4 like sugar packed pancakes, and plus caramelized bacon like with like sugar on top
Yeah.
of that. It's just a lot of sweetish.
Okay,
Mate.
but okay, a good pancake with good bacon,
Yeah.
with some good
Yeah.
good maple syrup.
It does go well together, but is it better than full English?
I
Could
think
be.
due
I
to
think so.
purpose and
Yeah,
creation
yes.
choice, like a full English was purely made to deal with like being drunk like the other day.
Oh, for
Like
real.
we're all gonna accept that it was
For real.
created purely to get oil in you.
Yeah. Just,
Okay, but I will never have a black pudding.
Okay. well,
you
that's-
gotta have a black pudding
You're
at least
insane.
once.
No, you were insane.
Look,
You were both insane.
I would eat a black pudding on its own. I love.
Okay, I don't know about that. I'd eat it on the meal
I
because
would.
it's there,
I would.
but I would
I
not eat
love
it by itself.
Black pudding, James, not black women.
What is the nigga saying? Oh my god.
Look,
You're
I
on
will
stream,
treat
by the
them
way, if you
all
didn't realize.
equally.
Yeah, I know.
I'll fine dine.
Brother, please.
Look,
Alright.
to be honest, in Philippines there is like a dish that sort of like is or with like sort of like pig's blood, like if there is, and it tastes fucking great. It's just like I feel like that's also the reason why.
I'll say you just used to it more.
Yeah,
I guess so.
most
I guess so.
Filipinos do it well, but you know.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I'll try a Filipino pig's blood.
Oh mate, if I ever were able to like, and we go to Philippines, like, I'm getting my uncle to get us a lechon, like a good lechon, because
Yeah,
not
but you
gonna lie,
gotta hit each of our cultural countries together. Everyone
Yeah.
just takes us around.
yeah, mate, I would, and I would also protect you guys because I know.
Oh yeah.
Just wants to eat dog, and I'm like, okay, calm.
Oh, good. All right.
Funny enough, the American one looks a little anemic just because there's such a lack of color. I like that there's like red and green and
I would
peppers
eat the
and this
American
nice
over the
rustic
turkey one.
red
Let's be honest.
beautifully in a bowl.
If I tasted
It's
turkey,
kind
I
of
might be
telling
different.
of cultural
But
differences.
from
Can we start with
look,
this one, yeah?
the American one looks better. And I've had American breakfast
Eat as much
before,
as you want after this.
so I can just.
I will say, there's no combination on earth that's more iconic in the breakfast world than bacon, maple syrup, fresh pancakes. What's more iconic than that? Back to the Menemen, just to refresh.
More iconic is toast or hash browns with sausage and bacon dipped in the baked bean sauce, all in one bite.
Here, all right.
It's so tough because these are classic flavors, but compared to all the flavors we've had today, all these new diverse flavors that I'm experiencing, it doesn't hit the same.
I think I'm getting hit in the head with sweetness and fat, which I do love, but when you introduce other flavors, then suddenly
That's the
it's
thing.
kind
That
of
looks
turned from a
probably
bright
looks
light to
fresh.
kind of a gray
Probably tastes
dome,
fresh, tastes fresh,
Ready,
nice
1,
and
2,
clean.
3.
The American one is more like full fat and everything.
Unanimous
I can understand.
again.
I love both dishes, but the sweetness and the fat, it just didn't compare to the
It's a lot.
deliciousness
So
and
it's very a
spice
lot.
of the Turkish dish.
Yeah, this.
That's why these type of. That's why I really like other countries' type of breakfast, because it's some of them are just more balanced in flavors. Some of others are just like full on one side, full sweet or full oily, which it still tastes good.
Danced on my tongue.
One more thing. Look how fast this comes together. If you want to make this, you need to cook bacon. You need to cook hash browns. You need to cook scrambled eggs. And you need to cook pancakes. All in separate pans.
Yeah, that's
by
a
the way.
lot.
This is kind of a high effort.
It's a lot of preparation
All that to lose to a
for
one-pan
breakfast.
wonder.
And the one-pan wonder moves on.
A big
I can
upset.
accept that.
Turkey continues its journey towards the crown with a triumphant win over USA. On to the quarterfinal matchup, Brazil.
Now, it's the big one. No, I don't care what a fucking Brazilian dish. The full English is winning. Full fucking English is winning.
Brazil versus England. Number 2, England with the full English fry.
There we go. That's is more like it.
That exact recipe, except we did include black pudding and bubble and squeak.
Bubble and squeak. That's what I thought we were missing. Oh, that fucking Irish shit. Sorry. I like Ireland. But the Ireland bread is not the same as this one.
Spoon of generous portion of Heinz.
Yes.
Separating the rest of the plate with a sausage wall.
Yes.
Eggs, mushrooms,
Oh,
English
sunny
bacon,
side
black
up.
pudding, bubble and
Bacon.
squeak, fried
Bubble and
bread,
squeak.
finished with
Fried bread as well, not toasted. Fried bread.
tomatoes and some
And
fresh
the roasted tomatoes. Amazing.
Full English breakfast.
Amazing. Look at that. This is one of the best British inventions ever. Ever.
Trying to get everything in one bite. That's my strategy here, is build up sort of a Tower of Babel sort of situation. Now that, guys, I will admit, quite delicious.
If I could have an English flag at my back, I would do this. Because I will wave the English flag so hard because of this breakfast.
The flavors together, it really gives you an appreciation for all the small individual kingdoms of England that came together to make this beautiful dish.
Probably a lot of people died.
Oh, certainly. I think that's mostly what I'm tasting here.
He had the experience of putting everything together and having a great time. I had a great time having everything separate, and it's just as good. There's a lot of components.
That's the thing. You can have this meal separate, or you can have it. You can combine it, eat together. That's the fucking perfection of this meal. You can eat it the way you want to eat it. You want to go tomato first? You can.
Here,
No,
it's beans, but everything else on here is really good individual.
I just heard some blasphemy in my Discord. Give me a second.
A crave.
What the fuck you just say?
American is better than
It's not
the full
better.
English.
It's not better. I know
The
what you're
reason,
talking
no, listen, hear me out. The
Okay,
reason
fine.
why I say that, is, yeah, when you have the perfect crispy waffle with a good omelette, some chicken sausages and bacon, drizzled in maple syrup. Good lord.
To be honest, I've had America, so
I would just add baked beans. That's it.
yeah. But
That's it.
I stray away from baked beans. I don't think anyone wants that.
Yeah, I let's agree to disagree.
love baked beans.
And I keep coming back. I think that says a lot about this dish.
I'm one of the most indecisive eaters you'll ever meet. Anytime I go to a restaurant, I will order almost everything off of the menu. That may seem gluttonous, but the funny thing is, it's not so much about volume of eating, it's more so volume of choices. And what I love about an English breakfast is it has many textures and flavors and proteins and carbs and starches
And the thing is, if you don't like something, push it off the plate. If you eat with something, give it to someone else. That's the main thing. You don't have to eat everything on this. It's there as a combination of all of the little counties and the little kingdoms inside of the England before it formed as one country.
crispy and chewy and fatty and juicy and so on and so forth. If I'm going out to breakfast,
Mercia, Wessex, Northumbria, and
I don't need to order anything else.
I live in fear that my tower of English breakfast will be the best thing I've had
And East
today.
Anglia.
Nothing else will be able to compare, but that's something I'm just going to have to live with.
Unless we find something better.
Could be Brazil.
1, 2, 3.
Yep.
You name
Fuck off. Fuck off back to Brazil. I'm sorry. That was bad. No. But still, England on top.
Animus. I mean, it's not really a fair competition. The pau de queijo originally up against the avocado toast was the simple one over the complicated. But in this case,
Maybe
the
if I
complicated
tasted
one
it, but it
because
doesn't look
variety
bad.
of choice, and it was all delicious. I'm so happy with this. I feel like I could eat this every day.
It goes to show you just when you think you've got it
Don't
figured
eat this
out,
every day
you don't.
unless you become as big as me. You're not eating that every day.
On to the next.
And England takes our final spot in the semifinals. Now it's getting serious with only
Yeah,
two
Turkey are
more
getting
matches
smoked as
in
well.
our final round, starting here with the
All right,
Philippines
Philippines versus
We are
Macedonia.
now in the
Philippines winning
semifinals
for me.
with two incredibly beautiful,
This,
unique breakfasts.
I'm sorry.
Totally different from any American breakfast.
They could have just should
We need
have.
to refresh
This
ourselves
looks better. This looks better. Probably tastes better as well,
here.
in my
It's going
opinion.
to be so hard to beat that.
India.
This is a crazy matchup. They're both flavor powerhouses. I really thought this would be a matter of which one do I want to keep eating, but unfortunately both of them I want to keep eating.
It's also tough to compare because they're really so different. This one has more sweetness, more fragrance. This one has all the spices and aromatics.
And they both have a ton of textures too. They're so different and one and the same at the same time. All right, I have my answer. Whoever wins this could win the whole thing. 1, 2, 3.
Philippines. There we go. You see, I didn't want to say anything, but the reason why he chose India, you know what? Never mind. Never mind. I'm not gonna say why he chose India.
India. It was a great journey, and I really feel like it had a chance to win the whole thing. But for now, we move on to our semifinal round: England versus Turkey.
England, you have a
England's
lot of
winning.
opportunity to win.
England's
here because
winning.
You've got 8
I don't
plus
even care.
elements.
England's winning.
The Miniman has 2: the dish and the bread. Let's begin.
I would say they've been eating a lot of heavy stuff, so Turkey might win because it's refreshing. That's the only thing I would say.
The Miniman. This is tough.
I feel like the texture bar is a lot higher on the English breakfast, but the flavor bar is a bit higher on the turkey breakfast. I feel like the flavor on the English breakfast, it has a ceiling, but there is a lot to love about the English breakfast.
I'm definitely feeling the fact that we're getting into the finals rounds here, and this is becoming a lot more difficult.
Just remember, whatever you choose,
Oh.
don't worry. You're probably going to disappoint a whole culture.
If you have an immigrant parent, you're used to that.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, I thought it was going to be another clean sweep for Turkey.
The only reason I chose the
Yep.
English
Oh no, I knew. I told you they're gonna choose Turkey because they've been eating so much fucking heavy food that whole time. They're probably eating for that whole day heavy food. The Turkey one is just light and fruit refreshing, and the English one is so heavy. That's the only reason why they lost.
was simply because there are more combinations on this plate. You're gonna scoop this bread in there 30 or 40 times until you're done. At some point, it's just gonna be the same thing over and over and over. That will not happen with this. And here's the kicker. This was the thing that really sold me. The bruleed tomatoes provide the same effect that this does if you take these tomatoes, the eggs, mix them together and put it on toast. Now, I'm not saying the flavors are the same, but just texturally, a little bit of tomatoey sweetness, some egg, you can get almost there.
I think I see what you're saying. For me, this is like an amusement park. I'm dipping, I'm diving, I'm combining things in different ways, which is great. But for this, I'm just going on the same roller coaster again and again, but it's the one that goes the fastest, goes the highest, comes crashing down with the peppers,
boring.
and it turns out I'm an adrenaline junkie when it comes to breakfast.
As I said before, there's, I think, a bar to where the flavor can go on this one. At a certain point, it hits a limit, and this one, it just keeps going, it keeps building. And
I
don't get
gotta
bored
try
of it.
that shit. If it's that good, I gotta
It's
try
one of
that
the first
shit.
times I've had it, but I think I'm gonna want it again over and over and over. This has now become one of my favorite breakfast dish. It's a sleeper, and I think it deserves its top spot.
And there it is. Turkey's Menemen battled its way all through and takes its rightful place.
All right,
in the
I'm on
final
Philippines
matchup
now.
Against the Philippines.
Long
We
C-Log.
have two underdogs.
It's
These are
not
some of the
beating
least voted
men,
for dishes,
men.
and yet both of them made it to the finals.
I'm gonna get in here
How many times did he cook this? Because it keeps getting refreshed.
first. I'll give some examination to that. Now the men.
All right, I have my answer. You guys take as long as you need. Bro's trying to hit his minimum caloric requirement today as soon as possible.
Oh my.
This does not help you make a decision whatsoever, does it?
Now that I've gone into the depths of my piggy nature, I know what I need to do.
1, 2, 3.
Philippines. Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
God. The win goes to the Philippines
Yes.
for the best
What?
breakfast. So many different cultures, so many different ingredients. Philippines got a deserved win. It climbed all the way from the bottom, all the way to the top, just like Turkey did, which was a very, very close second.
Congratulations,
I feasted
Philippines.
on both of these meals, and
Much
only one
better.
dish had pork, and it was sweet pork with garlic rice, with pickles, and all of
Yeah,
those
and I started from the
sensations.
start. That's good.
Despite how good the dish from Turkey was, despite me loving every
I gotta
minute
go
of
find
eating
it in
I
a
had to get
Filipino
to
shop.
Philippines.
I'm gonna find
There's
this.
a winner here,
Or
but I
someone,
think the
my
real winner
Filipino
is us.
friend.
Both of these
cooked
are
this for me.
fantastic dishes. Every
I
dish
wanna
we
try
had
that.
was incredible. Really hard decision to make, but at the end, I just had to give Philippines that slight edge because the flavor, the texture combination was just
You
that
can't
much
beat
higher.
garlic
But
rice
I'm not disappointed at
with
all
egg.
in our second place choice.
There are
And
many
meat.
other breakfasts out there. Maybe there is one better than this, but we went off the list that we got from you guys. So thank you for that. Thank you for voting. Congratulations to the Philippines
This
for
is a
best
great
breakfast.
video.
Bye. Subscribe.
Really great video. Thank you very much, Joshua Wiseman. Thank you very much.